Before we get started, there's something you should know about the Chonilla podcast. We like to cuss. And if you don't want your kids to hear it, then listen to us when they're not around. But if you don't mind your kids listening to grown folks talk, then turn this shit up and let the show begin. I don't think you're going to last long.
No? Whoa. Whoa. What is the name of this?
Her name is Lisa Jaynes.
Whoa.
The song is I Gotta.
Wait, what's her name?
Lisa Jaynes.
Lisa.
Yeah.
And then, how do you spell?
Jaynes.
Jaynes. Okay.
Don't smell the now.
Wow.
I gotta get away.
What did she say?
Don't bust my chops.
Oh. Do you know what's scary? She's on Amazon.
Nice.
You can hear it on Amazon Music.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. This is what happens when people have way too much money. What do you think she says to the audio guy?
I think she is the audio guy.
Yeah, the audio was like, no, you're fine. She's like, I feel it needs a little bit more reverb, a little more echo.
Can you put a little bit more reverb on my vocals? And turn them up a little bit.
Yeah. I think the studio that she went didn't have auto-tune. So that's like their way to handle that.
No, she said no to auto-tune. They did have auto-tune. But she was like, what? For what?
Yeah, just put reverb and some echo, please. I don't need auto-tune because I'm a great singer. Hello. Oh my gosh. I thought she's saying, oh my gosh, I gotta get away. I'm in the space now. Oh, this is I love you. Okay. Oh my gosh, I gotta get away. I'm in space now. But I love you. Sorry, I'm in space.
You good?
Wow. To all the audio engineers of recording studios, enough respect. I'm always going to give respect to the y'all. It bears repeating.
Hey everyone, you are listening to the Chonilla podcast. My name is Clove.
And I am Sherley, a Black Canadian of Haitian heritage. Sac passé, bonjour. You're good?
Bonjour, yes.
And you're listening to the Chonilla podcast, the personal comedy journal of an interracial couple who explores the world from different perspectives and experiences.
Correct, and you are joining us on the 20th of November at 6:04 p.m.
in the motherfucking Eastern time.
Yes,
oh, shit.
Because we're live.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo.
That's a good song, huh?
Oh my gosh, I gotta get away. I know that's not what she says, but I'm in space now.
You have to make it say that. So
because I love you. I changed the lyrics.
We're terrible.
Oh my god, the beat was horrible.
Yeah.
The music,
Yeah.
you know, there's some songs like, you know, like I like a love marriage. It's cute,
Yeah.
But this was like, This is what happens when somebody tries to.
Was it even like sad cute? No, not even.
I don't know what she's trying to sing. And on top of that,
I can't hear you,
she's
girl.
not listening to the audio person who
Yeah.
says, like, why don't we try this? This is all her idea. This is what happens
Yes.
when somebody thinks that they want to sound a certain way.
Yeah.
And they have such a clear vision and they said, this is what I want. And you're like, well, how about this? And they're like, no, this is what I want. And you're like, okay. And then this is what happens. You
Yeah.
sound like that.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. I think it's a blurry vision. I think she didn't know what she wanted, but she just knows she's got something in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the lyrics.
Yes.
She had a dream about it.
That's right. All the echoes and,
Yeah.
she got a dream telling her not to use the auto-tune.
But what's wild is that she's on Amazon Music. She's on Shazam.
She's
When I-
stacking that money, sure.
So
Get it.
she has the money to market herself.
Go for it.
Like to actually submit to
Yeah.
those places the
Yeah.
song.
I wonder if there's like a following for like indie, like really
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
grassroots kind
Yeah.
of
Like it,
kind of music.
yeah. She's on Apple Music. This
Is that
woman
okay?
has money.
Okay.
Here's the reason why I'm shocked. Because usually when you
Can anybody get on Apple?
wait, no, here's the thing.
Okay.
Because a lot of the songs that you found,
Yeah.
when I ask you like who are they and
Yeah.
I Google them, I don't see that many links. This is the
Oh,
first
okay.
time. Maybe I didn't pay attention,
Right.
but nah, I pay attention. No. Let me take that
You're
back.
not gonna fool me.
No, this is the first time ever that like this reeks of this person has a lot of money.
Right.
And they think they could be a music artist and they're blasting it out there on all the web. Like it's on Spotify. It's on rateyourmusic.com.
Awesome.
Like it's everywhere. Okay. It's everywhere.
Where did you find that? It's everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah. How was your day, babe?
It was good. I got I guess the news on my final day on the project, and it's going to be the end of next week, which
Okay.
is it's kind of like sweet and sour at the same time. You know what I mean? Sweet that I get to move on to something else, and sour that
Oh, okay.
can be done.
Okay, before you say the
Go
sweet and
for it.
sour, let
No,
me go
I'm
back.
done.
Sorry. Okay. This Lisa Jaynes song, okay?
Okay,
Rate by your music.
are you playing it?
No. I have a rating. So on Rate My Music, I'm obsessed because I'm like, I gotta know the backstory. It's rated 2.70. It's 2.7. 5. 5 is the highest score. It's 2.7. And somebody wrote, Viper did the production. I don't know who that is. And
Come
said,
on, Viper. You don't know Viper?
no, who's Viper? From Nebraska?
I don't know.
Down the
from
street?
Jersey.
Oh, okay. And said, and wrote most of the lyrics of this album. He later admitted he made it just because he wanted to bang this girl because her singing is absolutely terrible. Some of these beats are genuinely great and worth suffering through. The shaggest singing to listen to. I don't know what that means, but
Okay.
so I guess whoever made this wanted to sleep with this girl and
Oh, and they put their business out on the street like that?
I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm exhausted. I'm like so tired. I knew this week. I'm not surprised that I'm exhausted. I knew I would get there to this
Right.
tiredness.
Right.
But other than that, I'm good. Like I'm
Good to hear it.
yeah. Like I'm tired.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. Yeah, like I don't have the energy, and yeah, I don't know why. Well, it's just there's been a lot, right? Like I've been on. I think because for 2 months I've been like multitasking hardcore on so many different areas of my life. And like wearing literally like almost 3 hats every single day.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just reaching at that point where it's like, oh man, I'm feeling it. The most important thing is done. Like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I think I'm feeling it today. And then
You're ready for the weekend.
I am so ready for the weekend.
Good.
Yeah. And it was beautiful today. This weather, no, we're almost like end of November.
Right.
And this weather was like amazing. And going for walks, honestly, I have been feeling like I'm sleeping a lot better.
Good.
I'm not tossing and turning so much.
Good.
So fresh air really helps. Thank you, oxygen. And, you know, my favorite place in the city, going for a walk around there and seeing all the different animals and the water and the ducks, you know, making me feel like I'm Snow White because of all the animals.
Oh my God. That's real.
I mean, I'm sun black.
I got you.
Get it?
Took me a second, but I got you.
I'm sun black.
Oh boy. Why gotta be black though?
So, and it was nice to share that with Lita.
That's good.
Today.
Yeah.
So that was really nice, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's so cute. She's at that 13-year-old age, you know, where she just like asks questions and everything, just showing interest. She thinks it's odd, and she answers you like you're odd.
Yeah, like why would you even ask that?
Yeah, why do you want to know about my life?
Why do you want to know what's in my brain?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a cute little age, but at least it's awkward, and it's not like she's just like, oh, mother, please, or
Yeah.
like want to get away.
Yeah, she's not like contentious. She's just
Yeah.
like, you could see that there's a level of like eye rolling that has been like, it's increased.
Yeah.
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 I've seen more eye rolls. Like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, when we just went for a walk, and there's an area where the more park side than anything.
Yeah.
And it's like open field, right? It's like nothing but grass. And I was like, oh, you know, if you're a little younger, you'd be like flying. You'd be running all around this field right now because there's absolutely no one around. It's quiet.
Yeah.
And then so when I said that, she's like, yeah, I would.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad she feels satisfied, I guess.
Yeah, I think she liked the walk, and it was just nice to have a little just
She's growing
time
up.
I know.
Yeah.
So and I'm glad I got to share. I got to do that with Ronan. I shared the park with Ronan.
That's
so
great.
next up is sharing it with Baby,
That's great.
with baby T.
That's awesome.
As if I can get her up.
Good luck.
Right. Hey, so we're going on a lockdown as of Monday.
Oh, yeah. That's real.
Yeah. So they're saying things like no indoor gatherings with anyone outside your household.
Yeah, it's real. Like they really like are locking it down.
Yeah. Could be cautious about outdoor gathering.
But they still have the schools open.
I know.
You know, anyways, before we get into that, do you want to get your word first?
Yes.
Okay.
What? This is the way I said yes.
Yes. Okay, so the word. Okay, well, let me read the sentence first.
Okay. Let me pay attention second.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Third.
Germany has enjoyed a long summer living well and gladly under Miss Merkel's ironic inaction. The word I'm looking for is ironic.
One more time.
Germany has enjoyed a long summer living well and gladly under Miss Merkel's ironic inaction.
Germany?
Yeah.
As in the country?
Yeah.
Or is it supposed to be a name?
That's a sentence I got from it.
Irenic?
Yeah.
Irenic is the word.
Ironic is the word.
So, Irenic.
Yes. Do you know what it means, sweetie?
Come on,
Don't look-
Irene.
Don't look at the
Oh,
definition.
I swear. I'm
Okay.
thinking it's spelled like Irenic, like Irene. Oh, come on. What? Why did I say come on, Irene? It's come
It's a
on,
song.
Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
Yeah, and I said, come on, Irene.
That works.
It still works.
That works. Yeah, be convinced.
Right? Irenic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Germany has enjoyed a long summer living well and gladly under Miss Merkel's ironic inaction. I think that's Mrs. Merkel. Yeah, Mrs.
Irenic
Yes.
inaction.
Yes.
Been living well.
Under Mrs. Merkel's ironic inaction.
like not micromanaging, not like super self-involved. Like,
no,
I'm way off.
No, maybe this isn't the best sentence for the clue.
So, okay, I'm going to spell it.
I'm going to get 2 clues next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spell.
Go for it.
Irenic. So I'm thinking like the name Irene.
Okay.
Which would be.
You can't look at me for clues.
Okay. Hold on. Irenic. Irenic?
Yes. Ding, 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 ding. You got it. So it means.
Did it. But wait, I didn't say what it
means.
Irenic in action.
This will be a first ever. Sherley either gets the definition or the spelling.
I'm thinking Irenic.
Never both. It'll be the first.
And I think IR, like iron. Iron. What does iron do? Iron is, it flattens, it straightens things,
That's
right?
a hell of a reach.
So I'm thinking it's like doing nothing, like it's flat, it's boring. It's flat, it's nothingness.
Okay, I'm going to read it again.
It's boring.
You're way off. I'm going to read it again. Germany has enjoyed a long summer living well and gladly under Mrs. Merkel's Irenic inaction. Irenic. IRENIC.
Irenic in action. Been living well. Like
I think
like giving money?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't know.
It's a bad clue.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel terrible because you could have had like both of these. So anyways.
Okay.
So it means tending to promote peace or reconciliation.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So let me read the sentence back again. Germany has enjoyed a long summer living well and gladly under Mrs. Merkel's Irenic inaction.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And what's the meaning of sorry?
Tending to promote peace or reconciliation.
Peace. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I'm going to use that word. I can't think of any reason to use that word.
Yeah, me neither.
So I was mentioning earlier that we're on lockdown. So things like outdoor gatherings limited to 10 people, curbside pickup only for non-essential retail. Oh, okay. That's awesome. I better tomorrow get a whole bunch of bottles of hand sanitizers.
Okay.
Because I like the spray one for the car because I start spraying around inside the car.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be...
It's going to be gross, isn't it?
No, it's not going to be gross. The reason I like the spray, I still use the jelly kind of hand sanitizer with my hands, right? Yeah. But the reason I like the spray version is that I feel like when I spray it around inside the car, that the aerosol, some of that stuff gets in my nose.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's killing COVID that might be in there? Is that what you're saying? You're huffing alcohol to try and kill germs? Is that what's happening right now?
Yes!
That's funny.
So I kind of spray around. For that reason.
Why don't you just shoot it right in your nostril? Bam. Just 2 shots. Bam, bam. COVID proof.
I do take deep breaths after I spray.
Sherley, that can't be good. That can't be good. Oh my. Oh my.
It's the first time admitting that. Such a weirdo.
Oh. You ready for this news?
And when you're in the car, it bugs me because I have to be subtle about it.
Oh my God. That explains so much. Because that smell always sneaks up on me. I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm like, what? And then I have to roll down my window. You're over there like, oh.
I am. I really am. Oh my God.
That's why I love you.
my goodness.
That voodoo is strong.
Asian.
Voodoo science. That's some real shit. It affects people every day.
That's real voodoo, but voodoo science, when has it failed? Oh, man. Wait, before we continue, last night we started watching the $1 Million Man movie.
Oh, my God.
And both of us had a realization, there's a movie.
Yeah, I had never seen it. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Which explains the whole intro of the TV show.
That's what was driving me nuts. Okay, this was such closure for me. It put a nice bow on the $6 Million Man, because there was always that open-ended thing where I had no idea where all this footage came from.
Right.
In the opening of every episode that I would watch on TV.
Me too. And
it's all in the movie.
Yeah.
It's all in the movie.
And I thought, when's that episode going to play?
Right.
When's that episode?
Right. Are we going to get a flashback soon or what?
Yeah.
Come on.
No idea.
No.
Well, it goes to show you we're kids.
I was like, where did he crash? How did he crash? What was he doing when he crashed? All this shit.
Yeah. How come we're not getting that part?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. I want to be in the operating room when they're doing this.
Yeah.
There's so
many. And there was so many little things.
But here's the thing.
What?
It's only an hour and 14 minutes.
But it's so boring.
It's so boring.
There's hardly I hardly heard any dialogue.
I heard there was more passing folders and papers than anything else.
It's okay, first.
It's okay, so now we're in a boardroom. Okay, so we're going to pass these folders around, but we're going to do it in a way that we're going to stretch time.
Yeah, that movie is an ASMR.
Yeah.
It really is. If you have a hard time going to bed, watch $1 Million Man movie. No joke.
We didn't even finish it.
No, we didn't. We fell asleep because there's hardly any dialogue.
Yeah.
There's hardly any sound effects.
Yeah.
It's not that many action.
Yeah. And you remember, I don't know if I'm going to age myself right now, but I'm sure I am. But there's a scene in the opening of every show where he's running on treadmills and he's being tested and stuff like that. We haven't got to that part yet
At all.
but it's there.
It's
waiting for us.
I think we hit the halfway mark. I could be wrong.
Probably.
But the hit, okay.
You were falling, you were only watching the parts when I was saying oh my God, when I would wake you up. You'd be oh, what happened?
Shit, you caught me. I thought I faked it pretty well.
Oh, you're terrible.
Oh man, I was like, oh yeah?
Yeah, the best is when you act like you were watching, but you weren't, because you'll say something that says you weren't watching.
Really?
Yes.
How'd you know? When you're that doesn't relate. It's not the Hulk, Sherley. No, okay.
Yeah, say two people are arguing and one person says something and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Or it's if I say, oh my God, I can't believe they said that, but they've already switched to a different topic. You'll wake up when I say that and think that it's about that topic. And I'm just nah, girl. 2 seconds ago, it was Candace and Monique.
Damn it. I really thought you did not get me.
No.
I thought I faked it pretty well.
Go back to sleep, honey.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we're at the halfway mark. And it's still in the operation.
I'm excited.
It's still in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm totally excited.
Yeah, no. It's him just coming out of the operation. This is what I remember when I said coming out of the operation. That arm.
Oh, yes.
That arm, though. Oh, man. If you could find the movie on YouTube or somewhere.
You know, metal tongs they use for spaghetti? It looked like that with a bunch of little electronic parts where the elbow is.
Yes.
Yeah, and a rubber hand that looks like trash.
That's okay. Metal tongs with what they think is all electronics.
Yeah, what they think looks like future shit. Yeah.
And then if you imagine you do that, right? And then at the tip of the yellow tong, you put a freaking
pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
Yeah, light brown pantyhose.
Yes. And then you put a fake hand.
A rubber hand.
Yeah. A rubber hand. Now the rubber hand looked disgusting.
Yeah.
Nobody took the time. It got dropped on the ground somewhere and nobody thought of getting some wipes or a little soap and water and wash that hand because you could see the little dirt or whatever.
Prop guy was fired.
That prop was awful.
It was the worst. It was the
awful.
No, did you see the eye?
No. The eye. Oh my gosh. The eye is on this clear.
Okay, so here's
you have to describe this.
Here's a problem, okay? Because when I was a kid and they show the eyeball in the preview of each episode, like the intro to each episode, they show that eyeball.
Okay. From the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, when they show it just enough where your brain fills in the details. And like
that's an eye.
And that's an eyeball. And not only is it an eyeball, but it's like futuristic and it's like cyborg and it's all this stuff. They ruined it in the movie. In the movie, it's this like just this clear, like mushroom looking screw.
Yeah, a screw, y'all.
Yeah, a clear
screw.
Like I was just like, what is happening right now?
And they painted with like miniature paintbrush an eye.
Yeah, it was
that's
terrible.
like blue.
It was gross.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, why would you show the side?
It looked like
why
a
would
knob.
You show the side?
It looked like a knob that belongs for a dresser, but it's clear. Yes, right?
Exactly.
And it's a plastic knob.
It looked like
with the screw.
The screw. If you have kids, you've got those little play toys. You know what I mean? Where there's a hammer and a screwdriver and stuff like that, and it's like really fat and colorful and stuff like that.
Yes,
and that's what the screw.
I know
looked like,
exactly
but it was
what you mean.
Yeah,
those construction toys for kids.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was the worst.
But that was the eye.
I was so mad. I was so mad.
Believe it.
This is one of those cool vault moments that is terrible. It's just, it's traumatic. It's like, damn it.
But we have to finish the movie.
I'll watch it. Sure, why not?
We make it close it. Well, it's funny because the night before, I got stuck in a funnel, a YouTube funnel, specifically a George Michael YouTube funnel. Did that ever happen to you where it's like, I don't know why. I have no idea. I think when you played that Wham song, here's what happened. You played that Wham song and you asked me, guess who that is. And you said favorite band, right? And that song got played on the radio. And I was like, I know that song, because I was like, oh my God, I would have never known unless.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you heard it after I played it?
Yes.
Oh, crazy.
Like a day or two after.
Come on.
I swear. On the radio.
Wow.
Never heard that song in my life until you introduced it to me.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, it's on the radio again. Like I'm hearing it again, but on the radio.
That's bananas.
So I think
that's bananas.
George Michael in 2 days in my brain. I was like, I know why. I remember now why I was on a George Michael YouTube funnel. Is because I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever really seen or watched an interview with George Michael. Like ever.
Okay.
Because he's never liked interviews, right?
Okay.
First of all, I didn't know George Michael had buck teeth.
Okay.
His teeth are kind of like,
So what?
I'm just saying, like, you have all this money.
Oh my God.
May you rest in peace, but I'm just saying, I never noticed. Okay.
He's British.
Yeah, but you have money.
So what? It's just comfortable with his body.
Okay, I guess so. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm thinking this. You know what? Let me think. Hold on. Let me think like a singer here, like an artist.
Up.
Let me back it up. I think maybe he didn't want to mess with his voice. Maybe the teeth would have changed something for him.
That's real.
That's really real.
That's real.
That's super real.
Okay, then.
So I'm like, okay, I'm letting it go. It's let go. It's let go.
So would the shape of your mouth make it more difficult sometimes to hit certain notes?
I maybe not. I don't know about notes, but it would definitely
sound different.
It would definitely make a slight altering of your voice.
Okay.
Like the mechanics of the way you're moving your voice to sing.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm. So I can see that. I can understand why he's like, I'm not gonna mess with that.
Sure.
Right. So, but I just realized I never really watched an interview with him, and I just got stuck in this funnel of watching different interviews of George Michael.
Was it good?
It was good. Like he was just saying how when Wham started, it was like they were total goofballs and it was just a total joke. Like it wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
Whoops, I'm famous.
Yeah, like, well, yeah.
Brag.
Exactly. Exactly. And
I totally did not want to be famous, but look at me now.
yeah. And then after that, he was like, you know, they were asking him, well, you know, about his sexuality, obviously. And back then, did you know? And he was like, I'm young and I didn't think about it, but he said, but he slept with a lot of girls when he was in Wham and stuff like that. And he was like, really? Like the interviewer was like, but you're gay. And but for him, he's like, but I understood where he was going. He was kind of like saying, I'm 20 and I have access to anyone. And most of the people that's giving me access are girls.
Yeah.
So I just, hey.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think, you know what I mean? So yeah, and then he was saying how, you know, he got out of Wham because it was just had enough, right? He wanted to basically, obviously, do his own thing, right?
Yeah. And
I didn't know he wrote most of the stuff with Wham. Like he was like the highly creative person, and so. And the interviewer was asking him, well, what about the other guy then? What did he do, right? And the other guy was like, to be there. So he's not doing this alone. He's like...
You're lying.
No, seriously.
That guy that's in the Wham video.
Going for the ride, man. Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Zero talent. Like, brought nothing to the creative table.
I'm sure he brought some things in the creative table, but the majority of the creative table was George Michael.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Which I didn't know. I thought
that was just his buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
They met like when they were 9 years old. They were like in the same kind of like school or something. Yeah.
Oh,
and they just like were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny kind of thing? And Wham kind of was created.
Let's do it as a joke.
Yeah, but the joke got taken seriously.
Wham!
Yeah.
Bam.
So he was saying like,
I'm the man.
Like how if you look at just the name or the name of the albums, the way that they're posing, it was all like a big joke for them.
Wow.
Like it was just like, come on, nobody's going to take this seriously. Like one of their albums we called it Fantastic. And he was like, come on, fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, why would you take that seriously?
Right.
So it was, it was very interesting. And then they asked him about the whole bathroom thing. And he was like, everyone was freaked. Remember the bathroom that he got caught in the bathroom?
Oh, in the park. Yeah.
In the park kind of stuff. And the next day he was caught out for dinner, right? Like he was just kind of like doing his nonchalant going out dinner type of thing. And everyone made it a big deal. And he was like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, sure. He was like, I wasn't embarrassed about being outed. I was just more,
that outed him.
It outed him.
Okay.
More than, like, people kind of had a feeling or an idea.
Media is trash.
Right. But he said media is the one that made it more of a big deal. And the way they were presenting it, like, he's out. And he was like, yeah.
I don't even talk
I don't. Yeah, it's like, what's the big deal, right?
Yeah.
That's why he was like next day. I think he was like went to the supermarket the next day or something like that.
Right.
And so for him, he was just like, he wasn't as though the media was trying to present it like, oh my God, he's outed. How do you feel about being outed? And he was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just more.
Can I get back to the studio now?
Yeah,
Thanks.
It was more like it sucked that I was caught. Like in an embarrassing situation,
right?
Not about his. He was like, my sexuality is not embarrassing. It was a situation.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, that was the funnel. I started deeper into the funnel of George Michael. But man, he was really talented dude. He had a really great voice.
Totally agree.
You know, like a really good voice. So that's it.
All right.
Maybe I'll have another new funnel.
Did you want to do some news?
Yes.
All right.
News. I like the news. What is in the news? Yay, the news is not bad.
What do you got for us tonight, honey?
So in Canada, the RCMP is trash. We've been hearing that for a while, but now what they're saying is they're saying that they're finding that RCMP tolerates misogyny, their racism,
Check,
homophobic attitudes.
check.
And they said that their culture is toxic. The federal government, this is by a Supreme Court justice, he said that the federal government needs to conduct an external independent review of the RCMP's future as a federal policing organization, says a former Supreme Court of Canada justice tasked with dealing with the fallout from the force's historic sexual assault settlement. What I learned led me to conclude that their culture that's toxic prevails, that their culture encourages or at least tolerates those, what I mentioned, among many members of the RCMP. So a lot of members of the RCMP tolerates misogyny, racism, and homophobia. And this was written by Michel Bastaracci in his final report that's called Broken Dreams, Broken Lives, which was released today. Over the past 4 years, he said, him and his team conducted 644 interviews of current or former female employees of the RCMP. And they said the level of violence and sexual assault that was reported was shocking.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Yeah. What the women told the assessors shocked them to their core. This process has forever tarnished the image of the RCMP as a Canadian icon. More than 2,300 women received compensation in 2016. The Liberal government set aside $100 million to cover the claims. Back then, the RCMP was expecting about 1,000 women to submit claims, but they got a little bit more than double. These women reported having suicidal thoughts and severe PTSD.
Oh my God.
No financial compensation can repair the damage that the assessors witnessed. If no concrete measures are taken, the RCMP will be in the same place again in a few years. It's time to discuss the need to make fundamental change to the RCMP and federal policing. So wow. that's and there's more of that, but I tweeted like, Jack, me try to do something, try to tell y'all like let's look into it, but y'all didn't listen to Jack Meat, right, Quebec? Huh? Right, Quebec? Because y'all don't believe in systemic racism and all that, Quebec, and all those problems. Yeah. Remember last night?
Horrible.
I know. Remember last night I was talking. You're welcome. Remember last night I was talking to you about, the more and more I'm learning stuff about Will Smith, the more and more I realize he's trash.
Yeah.
Like he's maybe he's not trash now, but he was trash.
He definitely dealt with his own issues and layers of toxic masculinity for sure.
For sure.
Yep.
So
game recognizes game. Anyways, anyway.
So he had a recent like a 30-year reunion for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
And the way, anyway, that brought him to have a conversation with Janet Hubert and their troubled past of nearly 30 years. And
I remember you telling me this and thinking like, didn't they already have a conversation?
No, they never had. First, he said in 27 years, this year was the first time they're having a conversation.
Why did I think they had a conversation recently?
Maybe because you've been seeing stuff online?
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, no, they've never had a conversation.
Okay.
But here's an excerpt, a little sound clip of their talk. This is like first time, like 27 years. What you're about to hear is their first time, and that's in the special there.
So they didn't even prep each other, but they didn't even meet and greet each other beforehand.
So here's the thing. No, they didn't.
Oh.
And because of that, a therapist, his therapist, well, I wouldn't say his therapist, but his family friend and who happens to be a therapist, she's been on the Red Table Talk before, was on standby in case it got like heated by both sides, like in case they didn't know what to say to each other or how to handle it. She was on standby during their discussion just in case of things like...
Just have a mediator.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
just in case if it's needed. Yeah. So is my thing on?
Yeah, you're good, honey.
Okay, here's the clip.
Tell me my eyes glow like a raccoon. They sometimes do.
Your eyes look spectacular.
I know.
Better.
Good to see you.
You
Good
too.
to see you.
You too. Where are you sitting? This has been tough.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
27
Well-
years?
Has it been tough for you?
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, Will.
You know, and I know what the truth is
Yeah.
about all of this. I just wanted to know one thing. Mm-hmm. Why? Why so far? You guys went so far. I lost so much.
I was like feeling her, man.
I
Like,
think it would be helpful for me. Like, I don't know your story.
I know.
You know? So talk me through, because I was having a different experience.
As the oldest woman on that set, you know, there's that respect level that I just needed to have of being an older woman and a black woman. We had our issues. I had been banished. And they said it was you who banished me because I didn't laugh at your jokes. Then they ordered me to stay in my room. I couldn't come out on the stage. And I wasn't unprofessional on the set. I just stopped talking to everybody because I didn't know who to trust. And the whole negotiation thing was messed up.
Yeah.
You guys offered me something I had to turn down. And I was like, why?
Absolutely. And
Did you know that they offered me 10 weeks of work and said you can't work anywhere else?
I didn't know specifically what the offer was.
10 weeks.
And I knew that
2
you
months.
had turned down the offer.
How do you survive with a mortgage and a new business and a new baby and a husband who wasn't working at the time? How do you survive?
Yeah.
So much of what you said just destroyed, and everywhere I went, everybody just beat me up. We lost our house. I lost everything.
Wow.
Reputation. Everything. You took all that away from me. With your words. You know, words can kill. You know those words, calling a black woman difficult in Hollywood is the kiss of death.
tell them.
And it's hard enough being a dark-skinned black woman in this business. Angry black woman, that's all I got. Bitter. But what you didn't realize either, that I was going through a lot at home.
Right.
You didn't know. You
Yep.
guys didn't know. Very abusive marriage. I had a new baby. He was 3 months old. So I felt like there was no sanctuary anywhere for me. Family disowned me. The black community disowned me because they keep wanting to bring it up.
Yeah.
It's like, what about that Fresh Prince thing? What about Will Smith? What about all the, you know, it just never goes away. Black people beat my ass. They beat my son's ass.
Damn.
Somebody smashed a cookie in my son's face and said, your mother is a bitch. People send me hateful Instagrams. Aren't you dead yet? I love Will. Why don't you just die? It was hard. It was hard. But I promised my dad before he left this earth, and you know you lost your dad,
Yep. A couple
that
years ago.
I would clear my name because it's his name. And my family said, you've ruined our name.
Wow.
But you're the big star, you know? I'm just a little black bitch.
Oh, snap.
Can you imagine being young and famous?
I think she's had this.
Oof.
She's had time to work all of this.
Yeah. All
to
of this
a
out.
fine.
Tooth comb, right?
Not through, like, to a fine, like, razor sharp edge.
Right.
You know what I mean, she knows, she's constructed her words.
Very
so
meticulously
carefully.
and
Yeah.
carefully and thoughtfully.
Yeah.
And direct and clear and just like, that's like a lot of time.
Yeah. When he started talking, my brain was like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up and let her say what she needs to say. Let
Yeah.
her say it all. And then he started shutting up. So I was like, okay, all right. I think maybe somebody signaled him on the side.
I think the therapist, the therapist who was there, that he brought himself to the red table to talk about this.
Yeah.
She may have signaled me. She's like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's got a buzzer in his pocket. So when he starts like, turning into Will Smith, she buzzes him.
But it was, oh man, I felt for her because it's like, first of all, to hear that Black people, I was really surprised by that because
to hear she was in an abusive relationship. Oh my God.
They gave her a contract where she couldn't work. It was like a fucked up. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah, she said
10 weeks.
They gave her a 10-week contract.
But she can't do anything else.
Okay.
Like she'd have like, it's almost like telling a doctor like you gave a contract, you can only work at this hospital, but you can't. But while you're on time off, or not even that, you can't.
Oh, yeah. So it sounds to me like they were telling her to pick between the show and whatever else she had going on. So maybe she had like, she was doing off-Broadway stuff, or maybe she
said something about business. So I don't know what that means,
maybe.
But
I don't know.
yeah.
Or maybe they told her like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's so weird.
And I don't know if the can't do that. I'm thinking they tell her can't do that in terms of working in the business. Like you can't go act any place else because you're Aunt Viv, right?
Right.
So that's what I think.
Right.
So I think they like, you could do anything else but acting. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was like,
you can't stop somebody from using their craft to make money.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes into...
That's why Samuel Jackson's in every fucking movie.
Right. Or Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. Give me a script.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
But, man, like, that's
those days of like the industrial, like creative ownership of people, that's going away. That's like they used to be where I think you were explaining this to me, that studios, the old MGM studios, they would
actors used to own the actors.
So they were like, you can't act anywhere else.
You can't. You're with MGM. You can only do MGM movies.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
We trained you. We spent all this money to make sure you're a triple threat. Yeah. That's true. They used to do that. Yeah. Disney, all of them. Yeah.
Yep.
So in the interview, he goes into talking about.
I'm glad he's doing this. I feel horrible that she's been going through this for 27 years.
You better motherfucking hook her up, though. Let me tell you. You bet. Like, what else can you do?
Yeah.
You have to hook her up.
How about just pay her what you owe her? How about that?
For real. How about
with interest?
How about this new Fresh Prince version?
Yeah.
That a percentage goes to her.
Yeah.
Like for real.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already signed a 2-season thing with this new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air drama version that's about to be up soon.
Yeah. She needs to be in on that.
You better give her some percentages.
Yeah.
A little royalty out of that.
Yeah. You better bring balance to this universe.
Definitely, man. Like, and so he goes into talking about how he had this need, especially with women, to feel like that not impressing them is the word, but being approved of by women. So like, and so when Janet showed, basically he was going into when he was growing up, his dad was very abusive, and the way that he felt like he can bring down the tension was by being entertaining and funny. So the more entertaining and funny that he was, it would brought the attention on him,
sure,
which would remove the attention on his dad beating his mom. And that's how he grew up. So because of that, that's always been there with him, where he's always like, hey, look at me. You know, that was his way of
as
being...
soon as he senses conflict, it's like, everybody look at me now.
I'm
going to calm this. I'm going to de-escalate everything.
Right. So when she said the example of like, people would tell me I have to laugh at your joke or something. And I think for him, he felt like she doesn't like me because she's not laughing at my jokes. And maybe she's just tired. Like, you know what I mean? Like she, and also he did say that he was 21 years old. So he'd have like a crew of his friends, of 20-something friends on the set, playing music, just being a 21-year-old obnoxious person, you know, as you are when you're 21, right?
I don't even want to remember myself at 21.
Right?
A real piece of shit.
Now, let alone now you have money, now you have a TV show,
Yeah.
you have access to things, right?
Oh, if that
So
was me
his
back then,
ego,
I would just be amplified.
right? So
Yeah.
the way that it was, you know, looking at it, that his ego was huge, and she felt like, you know, like here's this. I'm from Juilliard. Like, she's a triple threat. She could sing, she could dance. Like, she's super. She came from Broadway, and this TV show, like, they asked her to come and try to do this, you know, to out of her element to do a TV show, right?
Yeah.
So her first experience of getting out of Broadway is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And here's this kid who's acting like a brat, who has an ego, like a buffoon, and not feeling, you know, in a way, as the respected actor that she is.
You know, a lot of this blame goes to the studio as well, because they
and him
enabled
too.
all of that behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could have came down and said, like, hey, man, you need to straighten that shit out with Aunt Viv, because that's not good.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for her. Yeah. I just hope he freaking hooks her up.
Yep.
You know, at first I thought like, well, you know, maybe she might think like, I don't need, you know, hook up. It's just, I'm glad this is like done, and I just hope two things: that she gets a lot more offers from this.
Yep.
And at the same time, he hooks her up.
Yeah. I hope like she's getting some pretty sweet royalties off of the show. I mean, I hope that's
I don't
sending
know.
money for her.
I don't know.
Like, I hope so. That shit's been syndicated like globally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Unless they were vindictive. Like maybe, you know, but
who knows?
Anyway, he was saying how all this stuff that she's telling him, like he had no idea, and it just kind of goes from there. But I'm really
glad. Now you know, Will. What are you going to do with it?
You better hook her up.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
That's all I can say. And last news, a new Google browser extension allows Netflix users to read a film screenplay while you're watching. It's called Screenplay Subs. Look at you. I knew your face.
Really?
For real. So it's a self-funded app, purely driven by the goal to make it easier to appreciate the hard work and passion of filmmakers, but to manifest each line from screenplay into reality. It's basically what you can do. The experience is when a dialogue is improvised or reworded, when a scene is omitted or included in production post, you could see all that. What action is trying to emphasize on, when the order between the two scenes is switched. So you can see all these kind of details. It's not on every film. It's in certain amount of films that have it on Netflix.
Yeah. You'll probably see it on like movies like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like classic movies.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Nerds would be all about it. So.
Aliens.
Yes.
Right. Something. Right. Yeah. So it's a free browser.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. Oh, actually,
but you know what's weird though? Spielberg.
It's funny you said that. They do.
Ron Howard are very reserved about like talking about their films and stuff.
Oh, really?
They're not out there as much as like other directors. Yeah.
So right now, actually, we were way off on the films. It's only 13 films. And some of them is the social.
Saw 4.
No, the social. Really?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to see the script for that. The Social Network.
It's on a handkerchief.
Lady Bird, The Dark Knight, Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz would be definitely fun to
anything
to kinda,
Simon Pegg. I'd love to.
Yes,
take a
to
look
see
at
how. Yeah. Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Inception.
Cool.
Oh, okay. That's with DiCaprio. Marriage Story. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That would be a good one.
Read, yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that'd be a great script to read. Mm-hmm. Oh my
God. Steve Jobs, Inglourious Bastard. That would be a good one too.
Yeah.
The Irishman. Zodiac.
Nice.
That'd be a good one.
Oh my God.
And Silver Lining Playbooks. Those are some of the batches of films.
Yeah, they got Fincher on there. They've got what's his face? Drawing a blank. Anyways,
so their planning is to have more films batched in every week.
Right.
More films to add every week. So
cool. Right on. Mm-hmm. Sounds like fun.
That's it for the news.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, then.
Bible scriptures 90210.
Then it's time, Sherley, for them scriptures.
All right.
So, for anyone new to the Chonilla podcast, this is the part where I share what I've read in the Bible and parody it by regurgitating it as an Aaron Spelling-like melodrama.
Yes.
All right, so last time we heard about Saul blowing his big giant horn. Remember that?
Yes.
And we also heard about Saul losing his kingdom for a bunch of sacrifices that he wasn't supposed to do that he did anyways.
And Samuel taking so damn long to get to the...
So, the players tonight are Jonathan and his armor bearer, and I think Saul, and I think a bunch of other people. I didn't take note of any of that, so moving on. I call this one, it's the first book of Samuel, chapter 14. But that honey was so good, though. All right, let's do this. So we open on Jonathan having a private conversation with the guy who carries his armor around. Jonathan. So Jonathan looks around and is all like, hey man, listen.
That's Samuel's son. No, right?
That's Saul's son.
Saul's son.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want you to come with me and kill some Philistines at that outpost on the other side of the camp.
Okay.
So they both picked up and headed over. And Jonathan made sure not to tell his father Saul about it. So meanwhile, Saul was hanging out under a pomegranate tree, and he still had like 600 soldiers left since most of them ran away and hid from the last chapter. So,
oh, right.
Yeah. So here we get introduced to somebody who's named, let's see here. Sorry about that, sweetie. We get introduced to somebody. I lost my place. Okay, so Saul was hanging out under the pomegranate tree, and he had 600 soldiers left, and most of them had ran away and hid. And here we get introduced to someone named Ahijah, who is wearing an ephod. And no one in the camp knew what Jonathan and his armor-carrying buddy were up to. So we cut back to Jonathan, who is sneaking up to the Philistines' outpost, and he whispers to his buddy, "Here's the plan. When we get closer to those uncircumcised posers..."
Wow. Well, I got to go there.
"If they tell us to stop, we'll wait for them to come to us. But if they tell us to come up, we'll attack as soon as we get close. Who knows? Maybe God will help us out. Sound good?"
Ahijah saying this to whom?
To his buddy that carries his armor around, his armor bearer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his buddy was all like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you want. Sure, I'm down for whatever." So Jonathan was all like, "Cool, okay. If they invite us up, we know God is here for it." So when they got close to the outpost, they stopped being all stealthy about it, and they started walking up to the outpost all kind of like nonchalantly or whatever. So the Philistines, they spotted them like right away, and they started mocking them, and they were all like, well, look who's come crawling out of their hiding spots. Why don't you guys come on up here and hide these nuts?
Wow.
So Jonathan looked at his buddy like, "Let's go. God's got our back on this one." So this was Jonathan's first slaughter, and they ended up killing 20 Philistines.
That's still not enough, guys.
Yeah, there's still a lot more. A lot more. So at this moment, God makes the entire Philistine people fall into a deadly panic and starts to shake the ground to scare them even more.
Oh.
So Saul had some lookouts to see what the Philistines were up to, and they came back to Saul to let him know there was a huge rumble going on. So Saul calls his entire army out to attention to count them, and that's when he saw that the only people missing were Jonathan and his buddy.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. So it turns out Saul still had his hands on the Ark of the Covenant and tells Ahijah, who turns out to be a priest.
Right, because he has the
ephod, right?
Yeah.
To bring it out for the fight. So while Saul and Ahijah were messing with the Ark, the fighting between the Philistines was like jumping off. Like it was getting worse. Like it was like crazy. So Saul was all like, "All right, fuck the Ark. We need to go kick some ass right now. And when Saul got to the Philistines with his army, he could see that all the Philistines were killing each other.
Huh.
So they went in like super hard. And every Israelite winded up jumping into the fight. And this includes the ones who were living with the Philistines at the time and the ones who were hiding from running away from last chapter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they all came out and they're like, oh, shit, it's time to fight back. And, of course, God gets all the credit for this slaughter once again.
Mm-hmm.
So now we find out the Israelites are starving, but still looking for Philistines to kill.
Mm.
And before the fight, Saul had put a curse on anyone who would eat food before they finished killing all the Philistines.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and he was all like, I better not hear about anyone eating anything before I'm done getting revenge on these motherfuckers.
But we need
We gotta eat, man.
so we can fight. Food for fight.
So as the army was moving into the forest, they saw the ground was covered in honey, but nobody dared to eat any of it because of Saul's curse.
Oh.
But Jonathan didn't get the memo on the curse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So,
children's always getting...
Yeah. So he uses his bow staff to scoop up a heaping piece of honey.
Oh, no.
And he puts it in his mouth.
Oh, no.
And as soon as he did this, his eyes got big and he felt super energized. He was like, yeah, this is great. It's awesome. And a soldier nearby saw this and went quickly over to Jonathan and was like, don't you see everyone starving out here?
Mm-hmm.
Saul put a curse on anyone. Saul put a curse out on anyone who ate before he got his revenge, you dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Jonathan clapped back. My dad keeps getting us into horrible shit, and I think of how many more Philistines we could have killed if we all ate this honey.
Look how much energy it's giving us. It's giving me.
I should spend more time with my kids. Ah! So on that day, the Israelites killed a whole lot of Philistines, and the army started to plunder everything from the people they killed, including all the livestock. But the meat that they were like butchering and eating, they were doing it on the ground, and it still had blood in it.
Oh.
So somebody snitches to Saul about the army eating meat with blood in it, and Saul runs over to the army and is big mad, and he's all like, has everyone lost their fucking minds? Go get me that large stone over there. So Saul builds his first altar and does a whole bunch of sacrificing on it. And as he's sacrificing these burnt offerings and whatever, he's reminding people to never eat meat with blood in it.
Oh.
Remember, guys? Deuteronomy, long time ago?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's another reason.
You guys always forgetting. So once all the Israelite soldiers were fed, Saul was all like, okay, let's continue tracking down and killing the Philistines at night and loot all their shit during the day. So Saul's soldiers, they were all like, whatever you want, you're the boss.
Applesauce.
You're the boss, applesauce. At this point, the priests, they all jumped in. And they were like, whoa, slow your roll, man. Maybe we should see if God's cool with all this before we make any moves.
Mm-hmm.
So Saul right away was all like, right, what was I thinking? Dear God, should I hunt down and slaughter the rest of the Philistines? Crickets.
Ooh.
Crickets. So Saul calls an emergency meeting with all the leaders of his army and is all like, listen, this isn't a joke.
Where's Samuel in all this?
He is...
Anyway, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He's just watching.
So I think he comes in later. Anyways, so he's like, this isn't a joke. One of you better tell me who sinned against God. Whoever saves Israel will obviously get to live. But the asshole who sinned against God needs to die. Even if it's my own son, Jonathan. Jonathan. But no one was willing to snitch on Jonathan for eating the honey. So then Saul drew a line in the dirt and told the Israelites to stand on the other side of it, but kept Jonathan and himself on the same side of this line.
Meanwhile.
Then Saul took one of the stones from one of his priest's ephods and started praying all like, dear God, Saul here, if me or my son Jonathan are to blame for your silence, make it land on Urim. If it's someone on the Israelite side of the line, make the stone flip Thummim.
Okay.
So it's a heads or tails.
Oh, wow.
It's a stone that just flips heads or tails. And they're just like, let's leave it up to God. So he does the prayer. And he flips it. So Saul flips the stone. And it turns up Urim. So they were both taken away. And Saul does the same stone flip between him and Jonathan. So he draws a line between him and Jonathan, does the same stone flip.
Oh.
Yes. And after flipping the stone, Saul looks intensely at Jonathan and is all like,
He knows.
"What in the hell have you done, boy?" So Jonathan finally breaks down. Finally, right? Like he's the he waited this long. So Jonathan finally breaks down. He's all like, "It was just a little bit, honey, but I get it. I have to die." So Saul was sad now and was like, "If for some reason you live after all this, I should be the one to die." But,
Saul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But just then, a bunch of men jump in and they're all like, "This guy just delivered us from the Philistines. You think we're just going to stand by and watch you kill this hero of Israel? We don't think so." So Saul decides to spare Jonathan.
Okay.
At this point, Saul took a break from chopping down Philistines, and they took whatever they could and left to go back to their own land. So once Saul was king again and things stabilized, he continued to fight off all the enemies of Israel, including the Philistines. And he was pretty brutal about his conquering and made sure to plunder all the enemies he killed. And this chapter ends by letting us know that Saul had 3 sons, Jonathan, Ishvi, and Malchi-Shua. He had 2 daughters named Merab and Michal, and his wife's name was Ahinoam.
Okay.
And Saul's army commander was named
Ahinoam. Sorry.
Saul's army commander was named Abner and was his cousin.
Okay. It's a family. A war of family.
That is correct. So, fun Bible facts. We hear about Ahijah, the priest, the fortune teller-ish priest, for the first time here.
Okay.
This is the 64th time that God participates in genocide. Just so you know.
Did you say 54?
64th.
Oh, wow. 64.
So next time we'll hear about the Amalekite genocide, God rejecting Saul as king, and Samuel chopping up someone named Agag to death in front of God.
Oh! Pass the plate. And donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate and donate. Pass the plate. You gotta donate. Well, we learn about the book of Samuel.
Chapter 14.
Is it 17?
I think it's 14.
Jonathan is in trouble.
It's 14.
Because he ate the honey. They flipped the coin. Found out he did it. But he was let go. That is super privilege. Pass the plate. And donate. Pass the plate. And donate. Pass the plate. And donate. Pass the plate. You gotta donate. Woo, that's a high note. Well, go to chonillanetwork.com. When you get to the website, at the top right corner, click the donate button. And when you donate, it helps support the show. It helps support what we do. Helps support the network to keep on bringing you this kind of show and funny and content and conversation and podcasts that we hope you love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the first book of Samuel, chapter 14.
It is chapter 14?
Chapter 14, 1-4.
Okay, I guess I was hoping it was... Why did I think it was 17?
It's going to be more genocide next chapter.
Oh, man. Is the book of Samuel pretty thick?
There's over 30 chapters.
I had a feeling.
I think we're just about at the halfway mark.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole heap of genocide.
I was going to save it as a surprise, but this is, you're going to hear the story of David in the first book of Samuel. Yes.
It's in the book of Samuel.
Correct. He's like best friends with Jonathan.
Jonathan.
David, best friends.
Hey, I have a question.
Fire away, honey.
It's a question I asked to the group as well. Go check it out. Facebook.com/groups/Chonilla. If you could have any exotic animal as a pet, which would it be?
Any exotic animal as a pet? Ooh. That raises moral dilemmas.
Don't worry about the moral. Let's say there's no moral that you can like.
Fuck morals, right? Ethics. Who needs them?
You are like the next Clove Exotic.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are Clove Exotic. Yeah. You moved to Florida.
Yeah.
You have a family ancestor that didn't know you existed.
You voted for Trump. You're
had
trash.
a huge ranch somewhere
Right.
under the name of Roy.
Right.
You're like the next person that person has entrusted in you to have their richness. And now they're like, yeah, but the only stipulation is my ranch is in Florida, and in order for you to touch my riches, you got to come to Florida and handle my ranch. And then so you have all this money, and you're like, I want to do an amazing sanctuary for this kind of animal. What would it be?
I don't know. Maybe sharks.
Sharks?
Sure.
I'm surprised.
Why?
I've never heard you. What is your favorite animal? I don't even know.
I don't know if I have a favorite animal. I never thought of it.
Ever?
I like octopus. Octopus are dope.
Yeah, they're pretty smart too. Well, are they?
Oh, they're super smart.
Are they? Okay.
Super smart.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have a octopus sanctuary?
Yeah, I guess
or
so.
shark and octopus? Sharktopus.
A sharktopus.
You're going to call the red Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
You know,
Royal Sharktopus Aquarium.
I kind of like the portmanteau of those two.
Yeah?
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
Can we make a t-shirt out of it or something? Sharktopus.
Isn't there like a Sharknado where they had an octopus? I don't know. Anyway.
Did they?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm feeling a Sharktopus.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a meal. It sounds like a fusion of a meal or a
Oh my God, that
brand.
reminds me of 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
Oh my God. Can we talk about that for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
What did Kenny say? Do all restaurants in Mexico only serve Mexican?
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh my. So we're watching 90 Day Fiancé, right? I think we're at episode 7, season 2. This is where this is the episode where, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the show, don't listen. Okay. So,
Go ahead. I was just going to smoke.
oh, yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Season 2, episode 7, I believe,
Yeah.
or 8. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but don't listen if you haven't watched the episode. This is the episode where it starts after the big argument with Brittany and Yazan. Now, Yazan's mother, what? Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, she did not like being called baby. I totally get it.
I get it too.
And the way the mom was like explaining it to the dad, like what was going on, like he's calling her baby and she's talking back because she doesn't like to be called baby. If he calls you baby, just accept it.
Say,
you
yes,
say,
I'm a
yes,
baby.
I'm a baby. It's like her mindset is so like just do your womanly duty. So if your man calls you baby, then you have to go with that.
I just don't get the pressure. I don't get the pressure.
So okay, it's funny you said the pressure. Every time, you remember what I said last time? I said Clove, and
I remember what you said last time.
Clove always cringe when I say this, but this episode solidified it hard for me. Okay, hard. I will not change my mind in this. These dudes are the losers of their culture. Okay.
Oh my God.
And
I wish I had an air horn right now. Bah, 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 bah. That's so bad.
And the mom knows it because she's concerned, like, why is it at your age by now you're not like married and everything? So she's freaking out and putting pressure on him to get married quick because she knows maybe in her community they're talking about him, like, why he ain't married yet? Hey, what you doing here? We got a kid in here. What you doing?
Go ahead, Shirley.
So
keep going.
anywho, Yeah, so they know. And first of all, good for Brittany. I felt so bad for her. If this whole situation,
She needs to get the fuck out of there right now.
would have made me like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I don't like this kind of pressure. Like, okay. Why is it Yazan would want to continue to have what is you saw her profile pic, right? You see how she is, right? Obviously you thought she was attractive and you liked it. Why in the world did you think that you can change like what is the point? Is it that's like your way to measure her love? Is that she's going to flip everything for you, including her belief, how she dresses, everything.
Yeah, he sounds really entitled to it too.
Oh
like
my
when he talks to her about it,
gosh.
and when her parents talking to her about it, it's just like,
Right.
wow,
Yeah.
like this is a person, y'all.
And now the thing is, I understand too. She's flipping out. She's freaking out because the way the family was coming at her was not cool. The way Yazan was
Gassing her
freaking
the whole
out,
time.
gaslighting her, and everything like that was
Whole
not
time.
cool. At the same time too, she's feeling like she's not being honest about the whole divorce, so that's an added thing. But it doesn't excuse their behavior. Like it was just bullshit.
Not by a long shot.
And then here's another thing too. When we're watching Jenny and Sumit,
Yeah.
Jenny and Sumit. Why is Jenny so bent up? Like, I get it, she loves him, she wants to marry him. But we're doing the calculation the other day, and I was saying when they were like, well, when she went to the lawyer, how long does it take for a divorce to take? Like 2 to 5 years. And I was like, I'm not I don't know many people in my circles who have been divorced to be
Right.
telling for real, to be real. But I figured based on other people who people I've worked with or things like that,
Yeah.
on average, it probably just like in Canada, it could take a year or two.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, the research you did said 4 to 6 months, right?
Right. But you have to prove that you've been separated for a year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's added right there.
Yes.
And then after
So
you've
it's 18 months.
yeah. And on that, that's bare minimum. So for you to live in India, where there's billions of people,
Yeah, I think though, India's marriage culture, there's a lot more tied into
It
it.
is.
There's a lot more hooks.
And
There's a
it's-
lot more
the parents have most family and the parents have a say.
merging, yeah. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah. And the parents and family has a say. So I get that. That can add extra time to now get approval from your family or parents that for this divorce. That's another added layer. But
Yeah, and I remember watching the show, and I remember it when he was talking with his two friends, and his two friends said that their partners were not about coming out because they didn't approve of any of it. And I kept seeing them refer to aren't you worried about what your family's going to think? Aren't you worried about what your family's going to think?
yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand that. I didn't understand that. I was like, so who cares? Who cares what your family thinks? But if your family has money and they use that as leverage to be able to say who you can and can't marry.
But not only
That's
that,
real.
in a system that's predominantly about caste.
Yeah.
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 There's-
family and
yeah.
all that is a big deal.
It's about securing legacies. It's about
Yeah.
securing generations, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
That is such an that's an Asian, not just South Asian,
Yeah.
Asian culture.
Yeah.
It's that is
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
What was it?
I understand its intent, but it's too bad that it's abused more often than not.
And here's another thing. When we were outside too, I was saying the producers of the show, though,
Yeah.
the way they play with my emotion is not cool.
No, it's not.
Okay, this cookie crumb kind of production is
Yeah.
not cool. Okay,
Yeah.
because you're not giving me the full picture.
Yeah.
And you're doing it on purpose, producers
Totally.
of 90 Day Fiancés. I see what you're doing. It's freaking clever. And I keep tuning in, and it's not fair because there's certain things like that. I'm like, wait, but why would you do that? And then for example, let's go to Ji-hoon and Devin, okay? Here's the cookie crumb, right? He keeps saying he's in debt. He's like, okay, I give money to my mom so she can hold the money. He owes $30,000. You find out later, right? You say you want a part-time job so that way you can take a nap more. All of this, I was like, what is up with the show giving me these cookie crumb kind of like clues? I'm like, what's going on? What is he doing? And then as I was saying this to you, I was like, oh, he's a gambler.
Yeah.
He's a gambler.
Yeah.
And all along, he's just not telling anybody, I have a gambling problem.
Well, gamblers don't have a gambling
So
problem.
now here I am. I have these little clues, context clues that he's a gambler.
Right.
Guess what's going to happen?
What?
Now I have to tune in to wait if he's finally going to say that he's a gambler. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck with this show.
Fuck you, 90 Day Fiancé the other way. I hate you. It's like watching a trailer after trailer. Like, it's just like, this is a trailer of what's coming up. This is a trailer of what's coming up.
Yeah.
But trailers are designed to bring up anxiety or to get your attention. I can't watch, try watching 10 trailers back to back. You're going to be like, fuck, it's too energy. Like, there's too much. It's so loaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't remember the couple that's, she's pregnant and she's, first of all, her mom is so...
her mom's the nurse, right?
Yeah, she's so patient.
Yeah.
Like, her patient level.
Yeah, they're in Ethiopia. That's right.
Clove.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay. If my daughter went to Ethiopia, was pregnant, and he said, hey, Mom, because he's trying to be cute and wanting to have my acceptance. Right? And he's like, this is the place. And he shows me that place with that kitchen.
Yeah.
And then he said, it's okay. There's another place and it's even worse. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah. 2 weeks to fix. Yeah.
First of all, right. What did I say to you? Remember? Losers. He's okay. He thinks he could fix that place in 2 weeks. Come on, son. Come on. But my Haitian side would come out. Like, I would flip the F out. I don't know if I could, I wouldn't be able to compose myself.
I would just leave. Literally. I'd just be like, okay, work it out with the producers. Get me a plane ticket home. I'm getting out of here.
Would you leave your baby there? Who's
No,
about to have a baby?
No, of course not.
But they're an adult. What can you do, right? You can't force that.
Oh, are you saying I'm the parent? I'm saying I'm the couple. Like, I'm in that relationship.
No, I'm talking about the parent.
Yeah.
If our kid is pregnant in that place and says, I'm about to give birth in the country, the birth in the country is not a big deal. It's after the baby comes out, you ain't going to stay there. Like, on my watch, I would flip so much. I would make it so miserable that they would have to come. Like,
that sounds super healthy.
It's just so bad.
I know.
But I get it too. They're an adult and it's their life. But I just, my grandbaby.
Yeah.
Like, would you,
Yeah.
And what does he do for a living? All I remember was like that they introduced that his dream is to be an MMA fighter, like, or something, right?
Right. So he's in the gym all day?
Is that why you stay where you stay? And then
doesn't look like he's getting paid to fight.
Oh no. Like, that show is just too stressful for me.
It is.
The only thing that gives me hope is oh gosh, Eduardo, is that their name? In Mexico.
Armando.
And
I called him that's funny because I called him Eduardo first, yeah.
What's his name?
Armando
and Kenny, right?
Yeah, Kenneth.
I thought so. I was like so hopeful.
People on the show call him Kenny though. So.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is great. At least there's that's beautiful love. They seem to be together.
You know what? I was team
they're
Kenny
together
and Armando.
and they got it together. They're together and they got it together.
He is driving 4 days. He is living his best 4 days
with
driving
his old
down there.
cataract eye dog
with the tongue hanging out. He has got his music playing. He's living it. He's living it up.
Yes.
On his way down there.
Yes.
Once he gets down there,
his privilege
just starts
went on full. like alarm bells of privilege went up.
He's looking at everything with like a face like he just smelled a fart.
Right.
Like, he's just like, what is that?
Right.
What is this?
What is that?
What is
What
this?
kind of drink is that? Is there any other food other than Mexican food?
Do all restaurants in Mexico only serve Mexican?
What? It's Mexico.
That
Like,
I hope that he hears himself say
I
that,
hope so,
'cause
too.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard anybody say.
yeah, it's like going to Japan and you're like, this is the only food that you have is Japanese.
Yeah, do all restaurants in Japan only serve Japanese?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, his privilege was way up there. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm still very hopeful for
I'm
them.
hopeful for them too, but Kenny needs to he needs to read the room. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And really take Armando's word for it that like they need to ease into the neighborhood.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? That they need to ease into things, and they need and Kenny's out there. He's all like, he's ready to like bust out the flag and just like
Bust
have a
out the
parade
flag,
right
hold
there.
hands. He reminded me
yeah.
of that girl from 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, in Morocco, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, let's hold hands. It's like, no, it's like, hey, like you said, read the room, know the environment here, the country, and all that.
Yeah, even if you don't agree with it. You know what I mean? You just gotta take a minute to process it. You know what I mean? Don't like just fight it. Like,
but this is where I would get mad at the producers of the show again.
Yeah.
Because when he was like, oh, like being all like, oh, Mexico, oh, this is my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, wait,
where's the bank?
this
it's
is
like a
not the
40
first
minute-
time you went to see him in Mexico. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, did you not see this? Like,
Yeah.
have you not been in his area? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
What's
And that's when I told you that it's because his Mexico is a resort Mexico.
Yes.
His Mexico is pools.
and that's where they
pina
would meet up.
coladas, and
Yes. He like Armando would go to the resort to meet up with him, and that's what he knows.
Yes.
He thinks Mexico is that.
Right. And Kenny knows that he's moving into a gated community for their security.
Right.
You know, which is really bad and really scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I just wish he would listen to Armando a little bit more. And
Yeah.
just be like, you just need to chill
But
out.
kudos to Armando. He handles it super well.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, he's a germaphobe.
Yeah. He's a drama queen.
He did say that. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and the funny thing is Armando is like twice as, like 2 times younger than him. Like,
And twice as mature, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And
Privilege is showing, Kenny.
It's like, it's what Kenny doesn't realize is that, like, Armando still has, like, his parents are a huge, important factor of his life. And
Yeah.
they determine, like, the closest proximity of reality. And
Yeah.
if they don't accept him, how is Armando going to feel accepted by the world?
Yeah, that's
You know what I
real.
mean? That
Well, his mom loves him and accepts him, and his dad accepts him. But as soon as he told his dad he's moving with a man, like moving with Kenny, that was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because when he said,
I don't know if I can handle that.
Because when he said, I accept this, what he really meant to say was, oh, okay, I can, it looks like I can ignore this. You know what I mean? It's not something I have to deal with, but it's like, oh, you get to meet my partner.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
wait.
yeah, it just got real.
Exactly. It got really real. That to the point he's like, oh wait, I don't know anymore. I need time to brew on it. I think he'll come around. I'm hoping I really hope we'll see. We'll see when
you know what? I hope Kenneth doesn't like go over to Armando's parents' place and be all like, ew, what's this? Ew,
Right.
What's that?
Right.
Do I got to sit down on that chair?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, wait.
Yeah.
The stove is outside.
You're just going to eat candy with all this dust from outside.
I forgot
on it.
about that. Yeah.
He's like, Armando's like, no, it's delicious.
It's delicious. Try
This
it.
is part of our culture.
And then he spits it out.
Right. It's like
in front of the vendor.
Armando is telling him, this is part of our culture. The candy guy comes by and we buy candy off him and, it's candy. Mm-hmm. And he's like, his face the whole time is like, what?
I don't get it.
He's like, eh. And then Armando's like, try this. And he's like, this?
Yeah.
And then he puts it in his mouth and then he's like, like a child. And then spits it out. I'm just like, oh my God, Armando. I feel it for him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. How did we get here?
I don't know.
It was off of the questions
I
of
brought up 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
I don't know how that. Oh, because I was saying the ranch. I don't know. I have no idea. So you'd be Sharktopus. You'd have a Sharktopus ranch.
And you?
Leopard.
Leopard?
Yeah.
Black leopard?
No.
No?
I want to like this. They're not stripy, patchy, right? Pattern. Yeah. I want the patchy leopards.
Circles.
Yeah. And have like a really super amazing like choker around that's gonna be all bedazzled.
Like
and
a cougar.
Yeah. And I'll have like it'll be super decorated.
From Florida. Yeah.
Yes. The leash will be like bedazzled as well.
Oh, yeah.
It'll have like little Swarovski crystals
you
or
change
something.
your name to Jan.
Why would it be Jan?
Because you'd be a cougar in Florida with a pet leopard.
Yeah.
Hello, boys.
What would I name my cougar?
Mama Jan's here for you.
I'd name my cougar maybe with an SH because I'd be a nerd like that to have the same, first two letters of my name.
You would name your leopard SH.
With an SH. A name that starts with SH.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Shira.
There you go. My leopard Shira.
Yep. You're welcome.
Yeah. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Some other people in the group said, Jackie said iguana.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tend an iguana?
You'd have to ask Ronan. I have no idea about iguana husbandry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Same. Ace said a lemur.
Lemur, yeah.
Lemurs are cute.
There's a comic book shop by our place.
I just said that in the group to her.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's comic book. Like, they have 2 lemurs and a crocodile.
Yeah, and he was trying to tell us that it was the lemur from
I hate people like that.
Was it Zaboomafoo? Is that it?
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
I'm like,
am I 5?
That lemur's dead, y'all. Like 2 years ago. Come on, man.
I read the news. Yeah.
What a jerk. Like, he literally tried to sell us that.
I know. Well, he's dressed up as the Joker.
Yeah. Oh, what a creep.
How do you go? Okay, it's cool. I mean, it's your story.
Do you boo?
But the fact that you wake up every day, does he do this every
Just the days that he's
I can't even talk.
Just the days that he's manic. So okay, I'm gonna wear my Joker outfit today.
We're not laughing at, but
he's extra.
He's extra. We're specifically focusing on the owner here.
Yeah.
Does he do this every day? Like, does he dress up as the Joker every day?
Who knows? Maybe we catch him on his once a month Joker day.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Friday.
You know how on Google you could take a picture and you could post on Google Maps your picture, right?
Yeah.
For a store and everything, and then it shows you all the pictures that people have taken from that location.
Shut up.
And I have not seen the real owner yet.
It's all Joker?
It's all him dressed as the Joker. So I'm like,
stop it, you're lying.
I have not seen what he looks like.
For all you know, the Joker owns that comic shop.
Exactly. Does he do this every day? Do you like wake up and put on the makeup every day? Like, what's the deal? What's going on? Like, how many Joker suits do you have? Do you have 5?
Do you have like
Adam do you West rotate
Joker?
It?
Like, do you have like do you have like Michael Keaton Joker?
Here's the thing, though. You have all this money. He's not even doing the effort. Give me different Joker. Give me...
that's only because he identifies with a specific Joker, Shirley.
The Jack Nicholson version.
Yep.
That's right. Why aren't you giving me Joaquin Phoenix Joker? Or what's his name?
He's just doing him.
From the guy from Mars there. Anyway, the Suicide Squad Joker.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Right.
Anywho. Or even like, you're not even giving me like...
Anywho, wait a minute.
Old school, like Jim Carrey Joker that's inspired by the old school Joker from the 60s Batman show kind of thing.
Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna go through the pictures and see if I can see his face. Do you remember? We've been to this comic book store more than once. Do you ever remember seeing him not in costume?
Nope.
Me too.
That's true.
Yeah. Until I saw those pictures, I was like, wait a minute. I just realized I never really seen this man's face.
Yeah, I haven't seen him there in a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the young employees.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe he's not. I guess he doesn't have to go in every day, but the day he goes in, he's Joker. There you go. Makes sense. That's what I would do. That's funny.
You coming golfing? Nope. It's Joker Friday.
It's Joker Friday. Derek Jones says he'd have a ferret.
Ferret.
Yeah,
Those
as
are
an
cool.
exotic
Those are cool.
animal.
I heard they don't smell too good though.
I heard that too. That you have to care for them a whole lot, shampoo them a whole lot. That's it for the show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, sorry I went on a major Joker rant with the owner.
That's okay. I'm not exhausted.
Okay. Sign up, join the community by going to facebook.com/group/Chonilla. Sign up to find out when we go live or donate, which helps support what we do. And you could do this by visiting chonillanetwork.com. For the show links, images, or to see the video of the songs we play or video clips that we played on the episode, head over to the group. It'll be shared there. Tweet us at Chonilla and use the hashtag Chonilla while you're listening to the episode. And if you've learned anything, have feedback or question about the episode, write it in Apple Podcasts as a 5-star review and we'll read it on the show. Leave a voicemail message, speakpipe.com/Chonilla, or email us to chonilla@gmail.com. Again, that's chonillalove@gmail.com.
I found out this week was Transgender Awareness Week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the 13th to the 19th. It's been Transgender Awareness Week. And November 20th is Transgender Day of Remembrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's happening today.
Okay. I also find out when I went to one of the kids' school, that it's November 16th to the 21st is the day of fighting bullying, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bullying week or intimidation week or
Awesome.
something, non-intimidation week or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's the French word for bullying.
Intimidation. So then it's bullying, yeah. Yep. Hey, guess what? I have a joke before we go.
I can't wait.
Why do penguins carry fish in their beaks?
Why do penguins carry fish in their beaks? I don't know.
Because they don't have any pockets.
Of course, that's why.
Yeah.
All right. The quote of the show is, be passionate and move forward with gusto every single hour of every single day until you reach your goal. And that was Ava DuVernay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ava, you better, girl, I'm going to tweet you, I'm going to have a schedule and I'm going to tweet you all the time. When you should direct the Haitian Revolution film. I think you're the only person who can do it. I don't understand. Do you not have a script? Do you not know anyone who knows the Haitian Revolution history? We can make this a TV series, girl. There's just so many characters, so many people. Toussaint Louverture, Bookman, Cécile, the voodoo priestess. There's so many people. The slaves, the French people, Napoleon, who totally lost, by the way, the Polish people of Caval. There's so many, it could be an amazing TV series, Ava, and you're the girl to direct it. We just gotta find writers. We just gotta find historians. I mean, what we gotta do to get this done? So people can find out the truth of Haiti, and the beauty of Haiti, and the history of Haiti, and the warriors of Haiti. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
I think we need a safe word. Take care, everybody. See you next time.
Cécile Fatiman. That's her name.
Nice.
Just came to me. L'union fait la force.
That's right.
Wait, you're still listening to podcasts? Well, if you love this episode of the Chonilla podcast so much, just head over to iTunes or Spotify to subscribe and leave a review. I guess.
Sac passé.